I'm going to try to do my best to explain how to merge the wiring harnesses. The best thing I can relate it to is installing an aftermarket radio in your car. So let's say, for instance, you want to hook up the front right positive speaker in your car. So you take that wire, whatever color it is, doesn't matter, you'd hook that up to the front right positive speaker wire coming out of the back of the radio. That's all you're doing. You're just doing it over and over again 100 times for different things in the car. And if you don't know how to read a wiring diagram, it's real simple. It actually tells you how to do it at the beginning of all these manuals, so you can go through all that, but it's really not bad at all. I had no idea how to read one whenever I started this project, and everything's working. Main thing to take note of is the colors. Where's that at? Right here. So, capital L is blue. You can see the rest. It's a good thing to reference because sometimes it gets a little confusing. And so, we'll give an example. We'll do it door lock system. So, if you're doing this with a laptop or a computer, it makes it real easy. You don't have to flip through all the paper. You can just hold Control and hit F and start typing in door lock system, and it brings it right up. Okay. So, these are the connectors. That B30, that's the body, and it's the 30th connector on that harness. These are the colors here on top of the wires. You always want to read what's on top, not what's underneath. And then this here, this is the pin that the wire is coming out of in the connector. And if you ever want to reference what pin it should be, if you scroll to the bottom of whatever page you're on, you can see B30 connector. And this is what it should look like if you're looking directly into the connector. So the wire we're looking at will be black, and it should be right here in the 4th spot. Okay. And you don't need to know what any of this stuff does. All you're doing is following the shape back. So we'll take the actual switch part, follow that all the way back to the B30 connector. So it's the black wire on the 4th pin. And then we'll come over to the outback side, follow it all the way back, and it is the black wire on the 3rd pin of the B30 connector. So now what you do, just cut the black wire on the outback connector in the 3rd pin slot and splice that to the 4th, or the black wire on the Forester connector. That's all you're doing. You're just doing that over and over again. So we'll go with the middle. Even though they look different, they still do the same thing. Go to the middle spot here. It's white and the 24th pin. And we'll come to the middle spot here. It is blue-green. Well, it's red-white once it hits the B30 connector. And it's in the 23rd pin. So you'd splice those together. And then you just come to the bottom one, do the same. It'll be yellow-red to green-red. And that's all you're doing over and over again. All you're doing is just tracing back. Like for the motor, you can just go whatever has the M, trace that back. So blue-white to red-black. It's the 22nd connector or pin to the 12th pin. And you want to make sure you confirm what pin it's coming out of, because some of the connectors have the same colored wires twice in the connector. So if you don't do that, you may have it doing goofy things, like unlocking your car whenever you try to roll down your window, speaking from experience. Okay, so the fuel pump. Once again, even though they look different, just follow the wires back. So we'll start with the M part of the fuel pump. So we'll follow that back all the way to the body connector, B97. So we'll come back. It's black and yellow, the 9th pin. Follow it back here. It is red-black, the 6th pin on B97. So you'd cut red-black on the outback and splice it into black-yellow on the Forester. And that's pretty much it. You can just follow this one back. That goes to a ground. That's what that means. Don't have to worry about that. And I'll explain this because some things do get a little complicated with this. All it means So if we're going to trace this wire, for instance, you can see it says AEGH610. So you're going to go to right here, it says H601. We're going to go down to H610. So scroll on down. Alright, and then you find where the A wire starts, and you can follow it straight down in, and you can see it goes to the ignition coils. And that's pretty much it. For some things like the windows, since they're electric, you'll get these goofy little diagrams. It's still super simple. All you have to do is just follow it straight back. So we'll go, this is the front passenger side window switch on both. So we'll go two top dots, up, down, and nothing in the off slot. We'll follow that back. So we're going from green, black at the B101 connector, and it is going to be green, black on the 101 connector in the Forester. It's the third pin and the fourth pin. So you just cut those, splice them together. And that's all you have to do. So next one will be off and down. So we'll find the off and the down. Follow that back. So red, green, and the seventh pin to black, blue in the ninth pin. If you guys have any other questions, you can go ahead and ask them in the comments. I'll try to answer them the best I can. But yeah, it's really not that bad, and it's really not worth the $2,000 to ship it out to someone for them to do this for you. Another tip I can give you, if you ever have no idea where a connector is, because it gets pretty hectic with the big old wiring harness laid out, you can scroll all the way to the bottom after all the wiring diagrams in the service manual, and you'll see this is the front wiring harness kind of in the engine bay, and we'll get to the bulkhead. That's what the B stands for, not body. Don't kill me. Sorry. So we were looking at the B30 connector, which is the front driver's side door. So we'll come down here. I'll show you. It says area C1. So then we'll come down to the diagram. Find C, find 1. See where they meet up. It's somewhere in this area. So if you scroll in, there's the B30 connector. And you can kind of see what it looks like. And you can trace it all the way back. And yet this is the entire bulkhead wiring harness. Just to give you an idea of what you're in for. You don't have to splice all of these connections, just mainly the ones on the side. Because a lot of the stuff will come with it if you're transferring the full wiring harness over, like I did. And another tip I can give you, if you're trying to start your car, make sure you have, I'll find it over here for you, on the Outback. You want to make sure you have your fuel pump relay plugged in, your main relay plugged in, all the grounds connected, and this little guy right in here. Not that one. That goes to like defogger, whatever that thing's called. Okay, so it comes in there, right there, B51. You want to make sure you have that connected or it will not start and you will drive yourself insane going over the wiring about 50 times. So B51, it goes to the fuse box in the engine bay. Oh, that's another thing. It actually tells you what it connects to too. So we'll go B90 here. It goes to the roof cord, R50. So you can come down here, find B90. It's right there going up the A-pillar. And then if we wanted to, we could find the roof. It may have been there. No. Well, I can't find it now, of course. Not while I'm filming. Come on now. That'd be too convenient. What are you? That's not it either. Woo! This is cool. Yeah, just kidding. Anyways, you can see where it connects to. Is that it? Is that it? R50. There it goes. We made it. What else? What else? What else? Oh, and if you get down to just a few wires on a connector and you have absolutely no idea what they go to, my tactic was I just scrolled all the way to the top, because you actually can't search for this, and we'll say we're looking for the B30 connector again. So we'll just scroll down, looking at all the diagrams at the very bottom, because this will tell you all the connectors that are in this diagram, like this particular diagram here. So I would just keep scrolling on down until I see whatever I'm looking for, like, oh hey, there is F49, and then I would come up here and find it. There it is. I would trace back all the wires and figure out where they go. That's the best thing I could tell you to do, unless you have an actual pinout of the ECU, which I did not have going into this. And I do not have one now, so please don't ask for it. And that's really it. That, and good luck. It's not that much fun. It's pretty tedious.